up, guys? Welcome to my first video of this year's Halloween series. I am so excited to get this kicked off. Today we are going to be creating a killer clown using body paint and fake blood. So I'm just going to be walking you through, showing you how to do this. The first thing you're going to want to do is paint your face, or whoever's face you're doing this on, just a solid white. I did want to mention quickly, if you're ever curious what I'm using, I'm going to have all of the products listed in the description box down below. Once you have your face a solid white, you can then begin to hollow out the eyes. I'm just taking this a little around the natural eye socket and filling it in with a solid black. So then you can decide where you want your teeth. I'm going to start mapping those out using a yellow body paint. I'm going for a little bit more of a block-shaped tooth as opposed to a sharper, kind of more animalistic type tooth. I am, however, going to be adding some little fang-like teeth here at the very edge, but for the most part these are just a block shape, kind of like our teeth would be. As you can see, I'm obviously exaggerating the line of the mouth. You can keep this as close to your actual mouth or as over-exaggerated as you would like. Then I'm going back in with a smaller brush and a pink body paint to outline where the gums are and also kind of define the bottom part of where the teeth would go. So just a quick tip, if you are doing this on someone who has facial hair like Brock here, you're going to want to use a smaller brush for this and really load it up with product and apply most of the product at the top of the curve where the gum would be and then slightly drag it down. You really want to get in between those hairs so that it doesn't look like, you know, a little part of it is missing. You really want to make sure that it's just as opaque as it would be on somebody who did not have facial hair. Then once I have the gums mapped out, I'm going to extend the smile, and again, if you're working with someone with a beard, you kind of want to go with the shape of their beard. The top of the line of his is where I did the top of the line of the mouth. Then I'm taking that same small brush and I'm going to define the teeth and slightly draw around them just to give them a sharper, crisper edge, and then we're going to darken that up and continue to shade and add a little bit more dimension to those teeth. To add a really creepy open mouth effect, I'm going to shade the negative space with black, and this is just going to make it look like it's a super over exaggerated smile. The mouth is just like open, you can see all of the darkness, all of the teeth, all of that good stuff. So then I'm taking this small brush again with a little bit of white, and I'm going to shade over that yellow just to make it look like it's a little bit more three-dimensional, not so flat. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and fill in where I want the open part of the mouth to be. You can take the teeth up even further if you would like. I almost wish that I had a little bit, but just add that black space wherever you're going to want it to look like the mouth is open. Then I'm shading around the mouth with kind of a reddish color that I'm mixing with the black just so that it looks more real, that it's not just so painted on. Then I'm going to take a brownish red shade and add smile lines just at the back of the smile, just again to make it look like it's really open and creepy and just a very exaggerated smile. Okay, so I apologize, my hand was kind of in the way here. I am going to start to create the designs around the eyes. I just kind of went for this little swirled blue line at the top of this eye, and this was the only eye that I did any more detail on. The other ones was just kind of the traditional diamond-shaped clown eye. So I just created the shape that I want. Of course, you could do anything you like, and then I just filled this in with a blue color. And then I just took the very bottom down and created this kind of diamond, curved diamond point. Of course, you can add as many or as few details as you wanted. I decided to go ahead and add a few little spikes just around this eye design here, and I really kind of sharpened those up and gave them a creepy point. And then on this eye is what I was talking about. I just kind of did the traditional diamond clown eye type of thing. It wouldn't be a clown without a red nose, right? I am just taking this red body paint and making a circular shape around his nose. I'm not going too far away from the natural shape, but you want to make sure sure that you also get the tip of the nose really well, and then slightly exaggerate below the nostril just to make it look a little bit more round. So here I'm just going back in around the designs I created around the eye and shading them just to give them a little bit more of a realistic effect. And then I'm also going to shade around the nose as well, just to kind of emphasize the round shape and to make it look like it's kind of just a clown nose that's on there and not just painted, you know what I mean? Once you've got the shading the way you like it, I'm just going to go back in and add little details that are really going to pull this together. I'm adding this white mark just to give it more of a 3D round effect. Then where I hollowed out the eyes, I'm also going to shade that into the design that I created just to make it flow a little bit more seamlessly. Once that's done, it's time for the blood. I am using a fake gel blood, and there were some chunks in it that just made it look super gory and crazy, which actually worked really well with his beard because the little chunks just kind of like stayed in there. So I just applied this to the mouth to make it look like he was eating something super disgusting. Then I used a black liner to complete the eyes and just really make that all pull together. So that is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this body paint tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for my next Halloween video. I will be seeing you guys every day for the next 30 days. I am so excited about this. So make sure you are subscribed if you're not already so you don't miss out on any of the fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow.